Hi, and welcome to Ivy English. I'm Karen.
And I'm Wesley.
Today is June 3rd, and please turn to page 11 in your magazines. Today we have a very interesting holiday-related article. Our title is The Facts About Egg Balancing.
我们的中文标题是谁说端午才能立蛋
So you already know which holiday we're talking about if you heard the Chinese, but you probably wouldn't have guessed it just by looking at the English title.
那当然英文的 title 里面没有告诉你跟端午节有关但中文的 title 因为这是另外取的，所以就告诉你这是端午节。我们今天要谈的跟端午节有关的事。
And make sure you're paying attention to the little details in the article because we are going to have 3 questions at the end of our article. Let's just jump right into it. The facts about egg balancing. Many Taiwanese have had the experience of trying to balance an egg when the Dragon Boat Festival rolls around. This important holiday falls on the 5th day of the 5th month of the Chinese lunar calendar, that is, usually near the end of May to mid-June on the Western solar calendar. Along with eating zongzi and watching dragon boat races, egg balancing, also known as egg standing, is a tradition that most youth look forward to. The idea is that at noon on the day of the Dragon Boat Festival, the Earth is lined up with the sun, so there will be a direct and equal pull between those 2 heavenly bodies. An egg, it is thought, will thus be able to be balanced standing up at that time. Spoiler alert, unfortunately for tradition lovers, there is no scientific evidence to support this notion. First, there is no known magnetic force acting on the Earth's surface that is special to the festival date. Second, the idea of a balance between day and night does occur on the vernal equinox, also better known as the first day of spring. However, that date is on or about March 21st, not even close to the Dragon Boat Festival date, much less at noon. Further, there is no relationship between day-night length and the gravitational pull between the sun and the earth. Finally, eggs have been shown to balance on any day of the year, so there is no best time to succeed in egg standing. But why let science interfere with a little fun? If you can balance an egg during the Dragon Boat Festival, you'll have good luck and harmony throughout the year, they say. That's worth a try, isn't it? Question at the end. You can answer it yourself. Back to our title again, The Facts About Egg Balancing. So that focuses our attention on the facts rather than just the tradition.
好，所以呢 egg balancing 就是立蛋那字面上英文是说把蛋平衡一下，那其实立蛋最重要的概念就是你要让蛋让它能够平衡，它才能站起来。
Okay, and note the stress egg balancing because it's a compound. First sentence, many Taiwanese have had the experience of trying to balance an egg when the Dragon Boat Festival rolls around. Now, we've learned this expression, I think, many times on this program. To roll around, we often use it with holidays. In the West, most commonly with Christmas.
好，所以呢，这个 rolls around 就是它其实是 happen regularly 的意思那常常用来指这个 holidays， 那尤其在英文里面，尤其是常常用来指圣诞。
And your birthday.
好，那还有怎么样？你的 birthday 所以这个字大家就注意一下，通常就会跟这两个连在一起。那接下来我们看到说，这个句一开始说，很多台湾人呢 have had the experience of， 就是他有过这样的经验。什么经验呢？就是 trying to 因为你不见得做得成，你试着要 balance an egg。那这个 balance 在这里是动词所以就是要让一个蛋能够达到平衡。好 ，when the Dragon Boat Festival rolls around， 当端午节来的时候。
This important holiday falls on the 5th day of the 5th month of the Chinese lunar calendar, that is, usually near the end of May to mid-June on the Western solar calendar.
好，那这个很重要的 holiday falls on 这个 fall 在这里的意思就是 to occur at a specified place 或者 time， 这就是 time。好，所以我们常常讲某一个节日就会坐落在哪一天，也就是它通常是哪一天，这时候英文就可以用这个动词 falls， 然后后面再加一个 on， 再加一个日期。所以这里告诉我们说，这个重要的 the holiday 它的日期是怎么样 ？The 5th day of the 5th month， 所以第5个月，每一年第5个月的第5天那这是怎么算呢？是 of the Chinese lunar calendar， 是中国的农历上面5 月的第5天啊。那接下来继续告诉你，因为西方人他们通常不是用农历啊，所以接下来我们就告诉我们读者说，好 ，that is 也就是说打一个逗点啊 ，usually 通常是 near the end of May to mid June， 通常是靠近5月的尾巴或者是6月的这个6月中。那这个是什么样？是 on the Western solar calendar， 是在西方的阳历上面。好，那这里很有趣，这个介系词啊，前面那里说 falls on the 5th day of the 5th month of the Chinese lunar calendar， 用的是 of， 因为它这里只说这是这一年这个农历这个年里面的第5个月第5天啊。但是呢，接下来在这个地方讲到说是5月到6月中，那他用 on 啊，表示说在这个西历上面你是用看这个，好像在看那个月历，看一看说大概是5月到6月中。
I want to add something here, and this is something that I learned at some point that surprised me, because we always think of China using the lunar calendar. However, you also have 24节气.
Yeah.
That's on the solar calendar.
所以24节气是在阳历上面的。
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
I know, isn't that interesting? Because we assume everything is lunar. It's not. The 节气are solar.
Wow.
Yeah. Along with eating 粽子 and watching dragon boat races, egg balancing, also known as egg standing, is a tradition that most youth look forward to. Now, unless you are acquainted with Chinese culture, you will probably not understand 粽子. You'll have to have somebody explain that to you. If you don't have somebody who can do that, you'll probably just have to Google it. Note that it is written in Hanyu Pinyin, and that's actually the official Pinyin or the official romanization of Taiwan now, although a lot of people don't know it because it's not taught in schools. This is just a very friendly, useful suggestion. You should learn Hanyu Pinyin. And there is a very easy way to learn it. There is an online tutorial that's free. It's called Hanyu Pinyin Bajiang. So just look for it, download it, and do it. It's very useful, especially if you want to have a language exchange with a Westerner. If they're learning Chinese, almost inevitably, they learn it through Hanyu Pinyin, so it's worth learning.
好，所以呢，这个大家其实可以去学一下汉语拼音啊。那因为大部分其他的在国外哈，一般大概都是用汉语拼音啊，所以你去了解一下它的拼法啊。然后接下来我们看到这个句，他说 along with 就是 together with 啊，就是伴随着，也就是除了这些之外，因为你这些事情都要做，除了这些之外还有别的哈。那除了什么之外呢？伴随什么呢？ eating 吃粽子啊，除了吃粽子之外，还有呢 watching 还有观赏 dragon boat races 就是龙舟竞赛。除了这样的事情之外呢 egg balancing 就是立蛋啊，然后他告诉你 also known as 也称为 egg standing 啊，那这个中文都叫立蛋啊，所以 egg balancing 跟 egg standing 啊，在英文里面是两个不同的说法，但指的同一件事情，都是中文的立蛋。
And we won't understand either one of them.
好，那这个大部分的 native speaker 看到这个也不知道在什么意，也不知道讲是不知道你在干嘛哈。
Although we are more likely to guess that than 粽子。粽子 we have no way to guess.
好，但他们还是可以猜，因为 egg 跟 balance 都是英文嘛。但是粽子的话，他们看到他们可能真的就不知道怎么回事了。那这个其实是翻译里面一个现在也许慢慢 settle down， 但是之前大家一直在争论的一个问题哈，就粽子你要把它翻成 rice dumplings， 还是要把它翻成粽子
？I probably would do that if it were me, depending on my audience. I would probably use steamed rice dumplings. Are they not steamed? Actually, I think they're boiled. They're boiled first. In any case, they're rice dumplings.
Yeah.
I would probably use rice dumplings to make it clear to most readers.
Yeah, 好，所以这个在翻译上面也是两派争论不休啊。所以呢，在这里它采用的是直接把它拼音拼出来。好，所以这里告诉你说，立蛋 is a tradition， 这是一个传统 that most youth 大多数的年轻人 look forward to， 他们很期待的一件传统。
The idea is that at noon on the day of the Dragon Boat Festival, the Earth is lined up with the sun, so there will be a direct and equal pull between those two heavenly bodies. You notice those two heavenly bodies? Bruce used that so he wouldn't have to repeat Earth and sun.
那所以这里这个 two heavenly bodies 就是两个天体，指的其实就是the earth and the sun 刚刚讲过了，为了避免重复，用这个来代替。
Heavenly body could have another meaning. Like, she has a heavenly body.
那就是这个美若天仙的身体啊，像天上来的那种身体哈，所以 heavenly body， 不过那个当然是单数了哈，这个所以有不同的意思了呀。
There could be more than one. Wow, they have heavenly bodies. 也可以呀。
OK 啊，所以是可以数的啦。
Yeah, a lot of beautiful women.
Yeah. 好，所以呢，我们来看看这个句。他一开头他说 ，The idea is that 这是蛮好的一个发语词哈。这个通常他的意思就你要开始解释一件事情了啊，说概念是这样子的啊，所以概念是怎么样呢？或者是这事情背后的想法是什么呢？是 at noon on the day of the Dragon Boat Festival 啊，中午 noon 啊，你要用 at 这个介系词啊，然后 on the day of 用 on 这个介系词，然后是 on the day of the Dragon Boat Festival， 在这一天呢 the earth 地球呢 is lined up with 就是这个所谓的 to be lined up with 就是 get into a line with 就是连成一线，所以这一天地球跟太阳会连成一线， so there will be 将会有一个 direct 直接的，而且是 equal 等量的 pull 在这里是名词，是引力或者拉力的意思啊 between those two heavenly bodies， 好，所以这两个天体之间呢，好，会有一个等量的一个引力啊，所以在这一天很特别。
An egg, it is thought, will thus be able to be balanced standing up at that time.
好，那 an egg 鸡蛋哈 ，it is thought 这个是插入句，就是一般认为，大家是这么觉得的。所以因为有这个等量的引力，所以鸡蛋呢，因此就可以 will thus 就是像这样，因此就可以 be able to 可以怎么样呢 ？be balanced 它可以被平衡。那在什么样的状态之下平衡呢？平衡呢是 standing up， 在站立的情况之下，鸡蛋可以达到平衡。At that time 就在这个时候。
Spoiler alert。
这个就是剧透，注意哈。那或者小心有雷，小心爆雷哈，或者我们讲有雷注意啊。那注意啊 ，spoiler alert， 这个是个复合名词，其实。
It's really common now, but I think it's also become common in Chinese too, right?
Yeah, 这个剧透注意，这中文也越来越常见了哈。就是我要告诉你一些你可能会不想这么快知道的事情。
The alert means that I'm warning you. If you don't want something spoiled, like the end of the movie, if you don't want it spoiled, then just skip this paragraph.
Yeah, 好 ，alert 是一个警告、警示，好，所以我要告诉你一些啊，我要剧透了，所以你如果不想被剧透的话，你就底下这就不要读了的意思。Yeah.
Unfortunately for tradition lovers, there is no scientific evidence to support this notion.
好，那对于那些 tradition lovers， 对于那些传统的热爱者，好，对热爱传统的人来讲呢 ，there is no scientific evidence to support something 啊，各位这个整个可以背起来，就是没有科学证据可以支持什么事情。There is no scientific evidence to support something。那在这里是 there is no scientific evidence to support this notion 这样的一个概念啊，其实没有科学证据可以支持的。
Right. Notion is also used for 念头.
念头 yeah.
First, there is no known magnetic force acting on the Earth's surface that is special to the festival date. If you're reading this aloud, it would be good to slow down a bit because now it's starting to get a little scientific. And that means that it's going to have a higher information value. It's going to take longer for your listener to process it. So anytime whatever you're reading gets a little difficult, slow down so that your reader can follow along, or your listener rather can follow along.
好，接下来呢这个地方比较硬了哈，就讲科学的东西，好，所以你可以念慢一点的哈。那所以他说，首先啊 ，there's no known 就是没有一个已知的 magnetic force 就是磁力啊，没有据我们所知没有一个磁力是 acting on the Earth's surface。Acting on 就作用于地球的表面啊，that is special to 就没有一个特别的，对于在这一天没有一个特别的
专门属于
这一天的一个磁力啊，在作用在地球上面啊。那这个 the festival date， 那这也是一样，各位注意，这很简单，你一看就懂了。但是你要知道，你可以这样讲，好，因为呢，有的时候同学可能就想说啊，那这边我可以说 the date of the festival 也可以啦，但是呢比较长。那你能不能把它缩短，就要看你平常有没有注意到。像你这里注意到哦，有人这样讲，所以你就下次你就可以知道，你可以说 the festival date。
Second, the idea of a balance between day and night does occur on the vernal equinox, also better known as the first day of spring.
好，第二个呢 ，the idea of 就是这样的一个想法哈 ，a balance 就是大家会觉得有那么一个 balance 啊 ，between day and night 就日跟夜会有一个平衡点，这样的想法呢 does occur， 真的是会发生啊，是在什么时候发生呢？在这个 vernal equinox， 就是春分啊，那个 vernal 就是 of the spring 的意思啊，那 equinox 就是这个等量分的意思，因为 equal 就是一样，就是 same 的意思啊，等量的。那个 nox 它是 night 的意思，所以春分其实就是说你的晚上跟白天的时间是一样的。
Exactly, that's what I was going to add.
好，所以各位注意呢 ，nox 是指 night， 其实有另外一个很棒的字，很常用的是 nocturnal。好 ，noctunal， 那个 noc 就是这里的 nox 就是指 night， 所以 nocturnal 像我们讲夜行性动物就是这个是 nocturnal 啊 ，of the night 或者 most active at night。好，那再顺便提醒一下，春分啊是 vernal equinox， 那秋分呢是 autumnal equinox 啊 ，autumnal 就是 autumn 的形容词啊，所以在春分这一天，那他说 also better known as 就大家比较更熟知的名字叫做 the first day of spring， 就是春天的第一天。
That's easier to understand.
Yeah.
However, that date is on or about March 21st, not even close to the Dragon Boat Festival date, much less at noon.
好，但是呢，那一个日期，就春分的日期呢，大概是 on or about， 大概是这一天，或者是大约是3月21天
前后，
前后就3月21号前后。好 ，not even close to， 就是 not even close， 就是差得远了。好，这也是英文常见的一个 not even close， 就是还差得远了。所以3月21号跟端午节差得可远的了。然后呢 much less at noon 更别说这个是跟中午有关的所以这个反正就是跟端午节是没有关系，也跟端午节中午是没有关系的。
Further, there is no relationship between day-night length and the gravitational pull between the sun and the earth.
好 ，Further, there's no relationship between A and B。好，各位也是一样，可以把它学起来，很简单，但是把它很熟，把它弄得很熟，你就可以马上脱口而出。There's no relationship between A and B。好，这 A 跟 B 之间没有关联的。
There's no relationship between me and him。
我跟他之间没有关系不要把我们扯在一起。好，所以呢，什么东西没有关系呢 ？Day-night length 这几件事情，就是白天晚上的长度，跟怎么没有关系呢？跟这个 gravitational pull 就是引力那 gravity 是重力gravity 那是重力，但是当我们讲到gravitational pull 就是指引力所以引力between the sun and the earth 就太阳跟地球之间的引力跟这个白天晚上哪一个长哪一个短之间是没有关系的。
Finally, eggs have been shown to balance on any day of the year, so there is no best time to succeed in egg standing.
好，最后一点呢，鸡蛋 have been shown to 就是被证实可以干嘛呢 ？balance 可以达到平衡 on any day of the year 一年当中哪一天都可以。So 因此呢 ，there is no best time 没有最好的时间 to succeed in to succeed in doing something 或者 to succeed in something 就是指在这方面成功。那在这里它的受词是个名词 egg standing， 所以你立蛋要成功，其实每一天都可以没有所谓的最好的时间，大概还是要看你的平衡感吧有的人平衡感非常好，我那天看到一个影片，他们吊那个大石头但是就用一根绳子绑住那个大石头，就可以用吊车把它吊起来。可是那个非常厉害，那个他们叫职人那日本人看那个石头，他马上就知道那个绳子要绑在哪里所以他用看就知道那个石头的重心在，那石头很大一个，那个人搬不起来那种石头，他一看知道重心在这里，然后呢一绑了就拉上去，那个石头就在空中都吊起来，不会掉下来。
Wow.Yeah.
Okay,
for best time, could we translate 最佳时机?
Yeah, 最佳时机. Yeah, that's a good translation. Yeah.
Okay, last paragraph. But why let science interfere with a little fun? Interfere with is a great expression. There's another one we could use here that I might have picked. This is fine, but I might have said get in the way of. We could have said, but why let science get in the way of a little fun? I think it's a little more humorous.Yeah,
get in the way of 好像挡在那边就我不让你玩，我不让你玩，
挡你的路。
Yeah, 挡你的路。那 interfere with 就比较是干涉的意思就是这个介入或者干涉好，所以呢，为什么要让科学挡住你的一点点小乐趣呢？因为你如果在端午节立蛋，那多好啊。
If you can balance an egg during the Dragon Boat Festival, you'll have good luck and harmony throughout the year, they say.好，
所以呢，如果你能够让蛋平衡，能够立蛋balance an egg during the Dragon Boat Festival， 你在这个端午节能够立蛋的话，好 ，you will have good luck， 你会有好运啊，还有 harmony， 还有和谐 throughout the year， 整年你都会有好运有和谐啊。They say， 他们是这么说的。那 they say 放在尾巴就感觉起来是他们是这么说的，就是作者就是我可没跟你讲，这绝对是这样，这是他们说的。Yeah.
因为这是插入语，所以语调要上扬。We don't say they say, we say they say. 啊，人家这么说的，插入语，语调要上扬。
Yeah.
Last sentence, that's worth a try, isn't it?
好 worth a try 很好的一个用法，就是这值得一试。好，那事实上最后这一句话大家也可以把它背起来。That's worth a try, isn't it? 因为通常就是用 that， 因为就是指我们刚刚讲的那件事情，所以是用 that。好 ，That's worth a try, isn't it?
And it's kind of lame.Putting it at the end, but he does it on purpose to be funny. 这不妨，这有什么关系啦？ It will not really hurt you, so what the heck?
Yeah, 不妨一试，不是吗？
Yeah, exactly. We have 3 questions for you. Number 1, why are 粽子 and dragon boat races mentioned in the passage?
那为什么本文提到粽子跟龙舟竞赛呢？
A, to illustrate the reasons why we celebrate the Dragon Boat Festival.
好 ，A 答案是说，为了说明我们庆祝端午节的原因。
B, because both are traditions related to the Dragon Boat Festival.
B 啊，因为两者都是跟端午节有关的传统。
And that's the answer. C,
答案是 B。Yeah.
C, to explain the history of the Dragon Boat Festival.
C 啊，为了解释端午节的历史。
Lots of articles will do that, but we didn't do that today.
那不是我们这一篇。Yeah.
D, because they are helpful in balancing an egg.
答案 D 的话，他说是因为它有助于立蛋啊。C 跟 D 都不对，这一题正确答案是 B 啊，因为两者皆是端午节有关的传统。
Number 2, according to the passage, which of the following statements about egg balancing is true?
根据本文，下列关于立蛋的叙述，哪一个是正确的？
A, there is no evidence that a certain day is the best time to balance an egg.
A 这个选项说，没有证据显示某一天是立蛋的最佳时间。
And that's really the point of the article, that there is no one day. This is just a very enjoyable but not really true tradition.
Yeah, 那这个是正确答案，因为每一天你都可以立起来，你只要技术够，就像我刚刚讲的那个绑石头的那个职人，他一看就知道，哇，他技术很好，他知道 balance 在这里，好像就可以了。
But let's look at the other answers anyway. B,
Yeah.
The success of egg balancing depends on the shape and weight of eggs.
好 ，B 这个选项是说，立蛋的成功与否在于蛋的形状和重量。
That's wrong. C, a magnetic force that sometimes appears is the key to getting an egg to stand up. And that's nonsense.
好，偶尔会出现的磁力是让蛋立起来的关键，这也不对。
D, the best time to balance an egg is on March 21st rather than the Dragon Boat Festival. Well, he's saying that March 21st has something interesting about it, but it still doesn't really help you balance an egg.
Yeah, 他说立蛋的时间是3月21日，最好的时间是这样子啊，而不是端午节。那其实3月21日是春分啊，那个跟端午节没有什么直接关系。Yeah.
So the answer is A. And number 3, what might the author suggest about balancing eggs on the Dragon Boat Festival?
关于在端午节立蛋，作者可能会有何建议？
A, we should do it during the day before we eat 粽子.
好，我们应该要在吃粽子之前立蛋。
The only thing I think of when I look at this is 吃粽子.
Yeah. 重点变成在吃粽子了。Yeah.
B, we shouldn't waste time trying it because it doesn't have any benefits.
好，这个选项是说，我们不该浪费时间尝试，因为它没有任何效果。
Doesn't say anything about that. C, we shouldn't continue this tradition since there's no proof of its effects.
C 这个选项是说，我们不应该继续这个传统，因为没有证据证实它是有这样的影响。
It's not right. The answer is D. We should give it a shot despite the fact that science doesn't support the belief.
好，答案是 D。好，我们应该试一试，尽管科学并不支持这个想法。
So what the heck? Try it if you're in the mood. It might be fun. That's it for today. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.